Good morning everyone and welcome back to my van build series. This episode is going to be all about electricity, the electric system, wiring, solar. Oh, but before we get started with this, I want to show you little pieces that I did off camera. So the first obvious thing that I did are covering these sides of the bed. They're literally just wooden boards. They're cut to size so that they fit in there. And then on this side, they're just screwed in with pocket holes. The wheel arch boxes are in. And then back here, I cut up on the floor once more to add these angles. They're screwed to the floor, so the back beam is going to go back there, and then I'm going to attach it. Same on the other side. So another thing that I experimented with that you might have already noticed is the cover piece here for the metal beams. So it's just really thin wood that in this case I already glued to the sides and screwed in. But I think I'm actually going to remove it again because I firstly don't really like how this looks, and secondly they're not really covering up that much, so I'm probably going to use more cladding to do this part too. So yeah, these are the little changes that I did while off camera. And now, let's start with the wiring.
I've been living in my 1979 Mercedes camper for 2 years now. I love that van, but it was itching me to do my own conversion. Alone and without any experience, I sold my old van and started with my very own van build.
So back here under the bed, there's going to be my whole electrical system. Ow. First thing I'm going to do is attaching some of my components to this board. I'm going to start with the solar battery charger. I'm going to put this here, because then it's really close to one of the batteries, and that's what you want to do. So the camera died, but I was able to attach the solar charge controller and my fuse box, and they're really nice and secure now. But what I'm going to do now is lay in some cables. So I want to put some cables through the cable tubes, I guess, that I already put in the metal frames of the van. There are going to be two LED lights up here, and they need a connection, so I'll put the cables through in the frame. Alright. Okay, so I put one cable up to here, that's the red one, and the black one all the way down there, and then I put a red and a black one through one of the tubes up here to this, and then another red one down. This cable is going to be for the lights here, and these ones are going to be for a fan that is going to be installed there. And this one back there is lights too. I'm not done doing that yet, but this is all the cable that I have left, so that's not enough. So I would say that's a typical van build situation that I have here. You're doing something and it's going well, and then some part runs out. Like in this case, the cables are missing, and obviously without the cables I can't do anything. It's really annoying. Especially because this vehicle's not registered right now. I can't use it to just drive to the hardware store and pick some stuff up, so that's really annoying. And ordering something wouldn't arrive in time, and it's a bit nicer to buy it locally, I think. So I want to do that, but I will have to figure out a way to get to the next store, because, you know, it's the countryside, it's not the city, so it's really hard to get anywhere. Probably gonna do some more planning then, so I can start with this tomorrow. Right, see you guys tomorrow. So good morning everyone. Today my mother has joined me to help me a little bit, and hopefully she's gonna stay for a couple of days to work a little bit in the van. So hi Mom. Hello. So before I can start working on the electrical system again, we're just going to do some little things, like my mom's just removing the panels on the side that I attached there. So I'm going to work on the layout of the switches and where I want to position them, so I can hopefully have a better idea of how I want to do them. So let's get into it. So I'm measuring the sink right now, and I want to measure how far it goes down here, because I want to make the cover piece here that's about the size of the sink, so I can add some switches to this part. And for that I need to know how far this goes in. But this will be the kitchen counter. One thing I wanted to show you guys. This is really loose. This doesn't stick to the wall anymore, which obviously is really annoying that that's happening. But it's good that it's happening now, because now I still have a way to fix this. Yeah, I will deal with this later. So I thought that might be a little bit boring to drill pocket holes, because you've seen me drill pocket holes a lot of times. But I wanted to show you this little work table that I built myself. Something that I should have done much earlier, because it's nice to just have a table where I can lay out things. Also the painting is much nicer on an actual table. I don't have to hunch down. So if you're doing a build, just get yourself some kind of table. Even this is already really good. It costs nothing and it's really worth it. Alright. Pocket holes. Yes, so this is the result of the thing. I mean, they're not super clean, but I think it's alright. And also this jig is doing the job alright, but if I were to buy a new one, I would probably go for a bigger one that actually has stabilization and fixed points and whatever built inside of this. But you know, it's doing the trick and it's fine. Alright, that's it already. I'll check on what my mom is doing. So my mom's working on blueprints for the sites that I showed you earlier, and it's looking quite good so far. How's it going with these?
Okay.
So I'm just going to do this side at least already, and I'm going to basically do it the same way as these ones. So cutting out, sanding some pieces and cutting them out. This is the wood that I'm using. It's really nice wood, I think, and it is used wood. The reason why I'm using used wood is because I got it for free from a friend of mine, so thank you very much, Philip, for giving me this wood. Originally I wasn't planning on using this kind of wood for the sides. I planned on using thinner one, but even the thin one, even the thin plywood is relatively expensive, I think. So it's really great to have this wood for free, and I like the look of this wood a bit better anyway, even though it's a bit heavier. But because I'm using old wood, I have to cut away the sides a little bit that are rounded so I can use them a bit better. Because it's older, it got a little bit dark already, so I have to sand this off too. Which is also a bit more work, but again, it's free, so you know. Cutting the pieces of wood and then sanding them off. This is what my arm looks like after some sanding. Sawdust. Right, seems really nice and sturdy now this side. Really cool. I still have this one. Oh, this piece here. I'm not gonna screw it in yet because I have to drill some holes for the switches and stuff that are gonna go through there. But oh, it fits in so nicely. Beautiful. Alright, so that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Never forget to close the windows. You never know if it's gonna rain or not.